Alrighty, good morning folks, welcome back to the channel. Right now I'm in Cobleskill, New York. Cool thing about this town, it was founded in 1752. I couldn't get much recording in coming into town because of the sun, but going out of town I'm going to get the camera out, I'm going to record the drive because some of the buildings are very old, the houses are very old, and it's really cool. There's actually train tracks probably like what the direction I'm facing, so right in front of me, but I can't see them. But anyways, having a great time. We're headed up to Concord, New Hampshire to New Hampshire Technical Institute. It is the kids' move-in day for college. We will be there about 11:30, 12 noon. He has to be there to be started to move in by 1, so we're going to get that done. And after that, we're going to stay just outside of Concord. We're going to go have dinner with the kid, and after that, we're going to say our goodbyes. We'll be gone for a week when we're going to go back to Concord for one of his baseball scrimmages with the team. So it's like a maroon and white scrimmage or something. It's like not brown, just maroon and white. But anyways, hey, we're on our way to Concord. We're having an adventure. We're having a good time. And like I said, man, once we get the cool things and get the video rolling, you can see that. And we've got a lot of driving to do. So stay tuned, folks. Alright, as we're headed in the village of Cobleskill for some breakfast here. This town was founded in 1752. Come a long way, obviously. I will point out one thing. This town smells like cow piss. Yeah. Well, I'm filming right into the sun, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this, guys. And we're getting to downtown, so let's just hang on a second. But we're into the sun anyway, so just grin and bear it. Look at that over there, that's cool. Neat. Oh, now I'm going to go ahead and cut it so I don't blind y'all. Well, folks, we're making the first stop for this morning. Getting some gas, getting some breakfast. Continuing on our way. We got a day full of driving today. We are headed up to Concord. It is move-in day at New Hampshire Technical Institute. And
in a quarter mile, turn left.
Look at that.
Take the next left, then your destination will be on the right.
Welcome to Cobleskill.
In 500
New York.
feet, turn right onto Schoharie Parkway South. Your destination is on the right.
Give you a little update. We are in Vermont now. We just entered the Green Mountain National Forest. I've never been here, so I am totally excited to be in Vermont. It's a new state for me, and we're headed to New Hampshire. We should be there a few hours, 2 hours or something like that. So a couple hours. We're making some pretty good time. Yeah, just wanted to get everybody that quick update. I'm going to get back to recording what's in front of me instead of myself, so stay tuned. So we stopped in Wilmington, Vermont. Little gas station here. It's a Stewart's. But guys, I wanted to show you something. When I go places, I like to get what Steve Wallace calls step 2. I like to get local beer. So I got some Green State Lager from Zero Gravity Brewing. All right, hold step 2. Gonna have that tonight once we get to camp. That'll be pretty good. And then once we're in New Hampshire, we'll get some beer from New Hampshire. I said they didn't get any from New York, but hey, whatever. Have to kind of go back that way anyways. Sort of, maybe. We'll figure it out. All right, everybody, stay tuned. Alright folks, we have finally arrived at New Hampshire Technical Institute. We are just trying to find where we gotta pull in to get kid stuff unloaded to meet up with him. We'll figure that out, can't be that hard. Is that the one he's staying in right there, Langley Hall?
I think so.
So maybe turn right here? I don't know.
We'll go find out.
We'll just drive around, we'll figure it out somehow. Nothing yet. We're just pulling to this parking lot, and I guess we'll wait. What a nice little shady spot right here. All right, folks. Well, I'll just stand by to stand by. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. We're figuring out what we're doing. We're parking it right here. We're going in there. We're unloading stuff. We're getting it moved in there, and that's what we're doing. That's what's happening. Well, we're going to go ahead and start unloading some stuff here because that's what's going on. And I guess we'll show you a little bit of Concord. We got to, after we get stuff unloaded, we got to do some shopping. But we also got to get the rig to camp, which is only like 20 minutes away. So, all right, everybody, let's do it. Stay tuned. Got to get some stuff. All right, y'all. Got the kid all moved into his dorm. Got him everything he needs and some stuff that he wants. We're still working on finding like an electric shooter for him. Like I said, I'm not from here, so I don't really know. I need to find a couple things for the camper. Anyways, look at that. Courthouse. United States Post Office and Courthouse. Legislative Office Building, State of New Hampshire. Cool. Look at that big old crane. Holy cow. They're building something there. The Capitol building's over to my left, but I can't really get a good shot of it over here, so we'll check that out in a moment.
We'll go past this old church.
Yes. What the captain said. We'll go past this old church. But anyways, this is a pretty cool little spot. We're going to be here until Tuesday. Then we're skirting out of here and we're headed down to Massachusetts. Look at that. Gift from Mary Baker Eddy. Church of Christian Science. Huh. Young Men's Christian Association. Oh, that's the YMCA. Nice. These girls probably think I'm like recording them or something. Granite State Candy Shoppy. This is not open. I'll have to come back.
Oh, they just closed at 5.
Well, they just closed. Well, darn. We're also going to have to find something to eat. There's some rain moving in, and we don't have a way to protect the hatch yet for the free solo for the rig, so I got to get that figured out. Puppy love hot dogs. Look at that. That's the Capitol building, the state capitol, because, well, I said Concord is the capital of New Hampshire. Check that out. I'd like to get up there, but I can't. That is, check that out.
That's a huge one. Oh, it's coming up. I think it's coming up.
Maybe an emergency vehicle over there. There's your DoubleTree by the Hilton. By the way, if you haven't figured it out, I hate hotels. Annual Sunflower Bloom Festival, August 9th through 17th. Well, that's cool. Here comes that ambulance. Well, that's a little bit of downtown Concord. We got a few more errands to run, some dinner to get, and we'll talk to you guys a little bit later back at camp. Stay tuned. All right, hey y'all. I told you I'd get back with you while we're at camp, and we're all set up for the most part of camp. We got both the awnings set up, and I'll take you around the rig here in a moment to show you the awnings up because you haven't seen it that way. But also, there's some rain on the way. It's been drizzling on and off since we got back here. We're gonna get a fire going, get that warmed up, and hopefully have some step 2. And I know for some of you that watch Steve Wallace, Camping with Steve, you guys know what a step 2 is. If you don't know what step 2 is, it's beer. All right, I'm going to have a beer. I can't wait. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, so but I tell you, I want to sit down for a minute. Oh, guys. Oh, I'll talk to you from here, my friends. So it's been quite a long day. We got the kid moved in. And gosh, he has a lot of crap, but whatever. So this is going to be his home for the next 2 years. Well, NHTI is going to be his home for the next 2 years. With a month here and a month, couple months home, especially after the first semester, he'll be home for like a month for like Christmas and stuff, and then he'll be headed back up here. So we'll work out the logistics of that here in the near future. But when he comes home for the year, we'll probably drive up here and get him and then take him back. So hopefully he's learned much more then, and he's much more comfortable with his dorm and what to expect. Is, you know, he's a freshman, doesn't know what to expect. It's a 2-year program. So after that, who knows what his plan is, whether it's to join the military, whether it's to go to another college or whatever. So yeah, I'm not really sure what his plan is. Now, here at this campground, we do have some neighbors, which is not a big deal. We got somebody behind me. You can see that little camper right there. We got some boys over there. They're camping, and a couple other people around us. But you know what? This is a great campground because, like, nobody's really loud. There's no loud music playing, stuff like that. That's great because I've been to plenty of campgrounds where it's like, shut up, you know? Yeah, so finally when we got done moving all his stuff, and we took him to a Walmart here in downtown Concord. We took him to Walmart and got him squared away with some groceries and stuff like that he can put in his little mini fridge and dry goods, foodstuffs, and he was thankful for that, you know. And yeah, so by the time we got done with all that and dropped him back off at the dorms so he could go hit and then eat with the baseball team at the local Applebee's, we decided to get some dinner ourselves instead of coming back to camp and fixing dinner because we're just exhausted. We woke up at 4:30 this morning. We hooked up and we are hooked up and had wheels up, and we were rolling by 5 a.m. So we've had quite a busy day. It was only like a 6-hour drive. It really wasn't that bad. We got here just, I would say, around lunchtime, around noon. And it went pretty everything went pretty smoothly with the drive and all that stuff. And yeah, it was awesome. And so we're exhausted. I don't know how far we're gonna make it tonight, but like I said, we're gonna. Oh, somebody set their smoke alarm off. It sounds like the camper over there was cooking some dinner and set off a smoke alarm. I know how that is. It's happened in my rig before, but not because I was cooking something, because of fire, campfire smoke. But my parents and their camper have set off, and they have like a 33-foot Jayco. Oh, that's a mosquito. 30-foot Jayco J-Flight. It's like a queen bed up front and then 2 bunk beds, and then you can break the table down in the kitchenette to make a bed. So I think that's what my mom does, because they don't like, he sleeps in one bed or whatever. I mean, they've been married for 50 years, so whatever. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know, what was I saying? Oh, we're tired. We're very tired. Get the fire going. Sit back, relax, crack open a step 2, but I'm going to take you guys around the rig. Let me put my stylus back in here. Alright. See a little bit of the campground here. Got the full run of there. You got a little bit noisemakers down the way though, but nothing big. There's a camper van on the other side. So across the road, you see a bunch of sites over there. Like if you go over this way, there's a camper van. I'll walk over there and show it to you. But here's the rig. Like a busy boat's just looking at me like, I don't want to be on your camera. Well, tough beansy weensy, you're part of this trip. So here's the Samut awning that we bought last year to replace an awning that I got from my buddy Alex. I got it from my homie Alex, and so that one started breaking down and all that stuff. So we bought this awning, and I'll walk around here. So it stretches out pretty good. We're going to be hanging out under that so we can see the fire. Honestly, from my previous video, you guys saw the galley. And here's the actual awning that comes with. So that's a Thule awning. It came with the unit when I bought it. And Miss Boats put a wall on there so neighbors she has a little bit of privacy. Good stuff. And yeah, we gonna get that fire going, tits. Yeah. Okay, so let's walk over here and we'll check out this little. I don't want to be too nosy, but I'll just show it to you on video, because I tell you what, man, this ground, look at it. It's like straight up pine needles and sand. It's really soft. There's this little road here. Check out that rig over there. That's awesome. Little camping van rig. Yeah, that's pretty cool over there. Alright. Tell you what, it's pretty much a haul to get back here from the main road. But that ain't bad. You got no road noise. Got no road noise. Perfectly quiet. All right, like I said, we're gonna get that fire going, and I'll bring you guys back for a little fireside chat. Hope that sounds pretty good, my friends. Stay tuned. All right. Welcome back, my friends. It's not the best shot, but it'll work, won't it? I got this pen, this stylus pen. I don't want to lose it because it's the way that I can make a shot happen. So, welcome. So, go grab yourself a brew, water, a soda, a pop, whatever you call it, whatever you go drink, whatever you want to get, go grab it. Uh-oh. Oh, drop the stylus, see? So go grab that, and I'll bring you right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome to Joey Boats' Fireside Chat. I got myself a zero gravity Green State Lager. It is brewed in Vermont. Vermont's Pilsner. Yeah, so I'm excited to try it. Pretty good. So, Fireside Chat's a kind of a new thing. I didn't get to do it last night with you guys. I wanted to do it with you guys last night, but I just didn't get around to it. So, Fireside Chats can be about anything going on in life, and I wanted to get it done before it gets dark, so you can still see me just a little bit. And I want to get it done before it gets dark, so we won't be too long. We won't have a long chat here. We'll try to keep it PG as possible. So let's talk about the kid in college first. And he made this choice all on his own. He did not. There was no persuasion from mom. There was no persuasion from dad. There was no persuasion from me. It was all his choice. He's playing baseball up here, and he seems to be very nervous, very excited, and that's awesome. I never went to college. I joined the Navy right out of high school, and, went to Iraq and fought over there and had those experiences. My experiences at young age in life is different. So I was 19 when all that went down. He's only 18. So he's got a bunch of life in front of him. It's exciting to watch him finally take those first steps into that larger world, so really cool. Really cool. Yeah, so man, I just baffles me, and mom's doing well. She's trying to handle her emotions and not cry. And I mean, she's headed for the shower, so maybe she'll do that in there. I don't know. Yeah, she's a tomboy. She was raised that way, and she's not too much of a girly girl, so doesn't quite show too many emotions around me. But anyways, I'm gonna sit like this so I don't have to look at my belly because I hate it. Trying to lose some weight, trying to eat better. I know, I don't have too many of these. These are like a special thing. I got beer at home, and I do not drink that much. I can make a 12 case of beer last a month, or half a month. Depends on how much I drink, but especially during the summer, like when it's hot out. Yeah, ice cold beer. You think hot temperatures, ice cold beer, that's going to cool you off, but it's just going to make you hotter in the long run with all the alcohol. So, yeah, I don't really drink that much at all, period. I haven't been overserved, as they say, in 10 years. So, yeah, that's but I do love a good step 2 at camp. It depends on, doesn't matter where the camp is. For me, it could be, a couple miles away from home. It could be states away like we are now, and I find me a local beer in one of the states I'm traveling through, and boom, got it. But, yeah, every once in a while, a good trip is needed. What about you? Tell me in the comments, like, what does your trip look like? I mean, for all I care, it could be you go to a hotel, or you go to a beach house, or you rent an Airbnb or a Vrbo or whatever, and you go to this house and you go swimming, or maybe you like to hike and camp, fish. Maybe you like to do whatever else. Who knows? Maybe you're a jet setter. You like to fly around the globe. What is your vacation? What is your preferred method of getting away? We'll try to wrap this up because we're losing light and you're probably having trouble seeing me. Yeah, but good trip is needed. I definitely needed it. So it's good to get away for a little bit. And I'll be back by next Sunday. So it's Sunday now. I'll be back by next Sunday because Monday I have a couple things I need to do. And I believe so does the wife. Excuse me. I'm really tired. So I apologize. But yeah. This is my preferred method. I love camping. I love sitting here with the old brewski and we're talking about things and I just love it. So I never really thought about YouTubing my camping adventures, but here I am doing it. So yeah, just working on getting those videos out. This is the only thing. I have to do some work tomorrow morning to transfer some files off the SD card and in the actual camera and not on my phone. Like, I'm recording this on my phone because the camera's got a full SD card and I need to empty it, format it. And the SD card that I put in there, I have two micro SD cards and adapters that come with them, but one of the micro SD cards has a bunch of friends' pictures on it because she gave us this old digital camera that we can use for certain things, and didn't realize there was an SD card that had pictures on it. It's got pictures of her kids, so I want to get that back to her and make sure that those pictures get to her. And I'll just keep the card. I'll just put them on my computer and get them to her, so she'd have to deal with all that. Yeah, but I haven't quite figured out the off-brand GoPro yet. I'm still doing that, still working on that. I might send it back. I don't know if I like it. It's just got a bunch of weird mounts and it doesn't come with complete directions, and it's just kind of like, I could figure it out, but I'd rather have the directions to figure that out. So I tried mounting it today on the one of the rails on top of the rig here, but it wasn't happening. It didn't want to go. And yeah, so that's about it. That's about all I have for this one. Thanks for joining me for the fireside chat. And there will be more in the future. We're here tomorrow night as well. We're here until Tuesday. So we'll be here for Monday night. We'll head on Tuesday, and we're heading down to Massachusetts to a campground that is basically right on the water, right on the Atlantic on the coast. So hopefully Hurricane Aaron doesn't mess with that too much, and they don't turn us away or shut down the campground. I know the waves are supposed to be pretty high on the coast, so we'll figure that out as it comes along. But as I can see, I can still see myself just a little bit. It's getting dark enough, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the chat. Thanks for joining me for the chat, and I'll be seeing you guys before or as I head to bed. Excuse me. All right, see you in a little bit. Well, y'all, fire's dying down. It's getting cold out here, and I'm ready. I kind of go inside the rig and hang out for a little bit. Yeah, it's been a good night, good day. But yeah, I'm gonna head inside the rig and get cozy. So we'll see you in there. All right, like I said, back, y'all. We got everything squared away here. Mrs. Bode's about to cook some breakfast. Well, not breakfast. I think we're going to have some yogurt and granola, actually. Just something to die down. But my thing is, I have to take 3 memory cards. The one that's full for the first video, get it on my laptop here. And check these other SD cards, which one belongs to that friend that's got pictures of her kid on it. And make sure that she gets those pictures. So I'm also going to get those on my hard drive. And just make sure, and I got 2 micro SD cards. Those are the ones that I need to check. So I'm going to check those. If there's anything on it contents wise, I'll get them in the hard drive, and then I'll format them as long as with my regular cards. So I got all my setup right here. I got no power though, because it's a primitive campsite, no electricity. But like I said, I got to get this done. So I can go into town today, find a coffee shop or a spot with Wi-Fi, and get a video uploaded. And get it. I'll start some editing here as well. All right, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and get this done, and I guess we'll see you in town. So, had a pretty good night. We got one more night here, actually. Yeah, we got one more night here actually tonight, and it's about 60-something degrees right now. I mean, it is gorgeous. The sun's coming up to the trees. You can see it on my face. So we have some shade there. We got our awnings. We got a pretty good canopy over us, so we'll have some shade for midday. But with any luck, we'll be in town. We'll be doing stuff. We'll do some exploring as well. We'll check some other stuff out. So do me a favor, stay tuned. Having a good day. It's a good morning. Hi everybody. Guess what? It's time for the fireside chat. So tonight, for the old brewski, or the step 2, as Mr. Wallace calls it, is Matt Mountain Brewing Company, Mount Washington Valley Czech Pilsner, made in the USA, obviously, made right here in New Hampshire. Moat Mountain. Sorry, it's not Matt, it's Moat Mountain. It has a weird label. I don't know how well you can see me, but let me see if I can bring this over here. Maybe you can see me a little better. I need one of those like lights that you can extend it. It's like a tripod almost.
You need a circle light.
Well, I don't want a circle. I don't want one of those OnlyFans circle lights. That's what I call them. Like, I don't want one. I want like I don't know if you ever watch Outdoor Gear Review. Luke's got this light. It's like a tripod, like a camera tripod, but you know, it's got 3 levels of brightness, and I would really love that. But these guys, moatmountain.com is their website. They have been crafting in New Hampshire since the year 2000, so about 25 years old. Like I said, and their little saying on the top is check yourself before you wreck yourself. So that's my plan, is to check myself before I wreck myself. Now, let's get into the fireside chat, shall we? So, Mrs. Boats over here is quite the emotional, I wouldn't say mess, but she has her times where it's like, oh, sorry. Oh.
Can you reach? Sorry, guys, we got a cheers first.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Look at it and respect it. Anyways, let's get into fireside chat. She's a little emotional, which is like, you know, it's a given, right? Like you drop your only kid off, well, your only natural born kid off to college, states away from your home state, hours away. I mean, we're 14 hours away from home. So he has no support system up here but his baseball teammates and whatever he can provide himself. So he's going to have to use his resources to figure all that out. And but in her case, like, you know, that's her baby. Baby's going to college. I'm letting him go, letting him spread his wings. He's out of the nest. You know, it's a rough thing. And I got a little sentimental as well, but, you know, I didn't cry. You know, last time I really cried, I think, was when my dog died. I know that sounds horrible, but that's just emotions in everybody are completely different, and everybody reacts to things differently. So there's that. So today I spent the majority of the day at a coffee shop and a sandwich shop in town in Concord. The coffee shop was just in the suburbs. So I started editing, working all the memory cards and charging things and, getting things transferred so I could start editing. And I finished editing a little bit after 1. And I finished the rendering of the video at like 5 o'clock and got it uploaded, obviously, and then scheduled for its normal time for 12:30 a.m. for the following day. So as we see this, you guys have already seen the video. Let me know what you think, obviously, in the comment section. Not the comments for this one, but the comments for that one. Leave me a like, right? Because this is all new stuff to me. This is only my second fireside chat. Anyways, before I go any further, let's have a sip here. That's good. That's really good. Crisp. Good stuff. Anyways, so yeah, it took me almost all day. Now, I did buy Starlink, but here's the thing, it will not be here till the Monday we get home. So, that's this coming Monday. Not this Monday, but next Monday coming up. It'll be there. It should be there. Now, it could be there earlier, it could be there later. Who knows? But I wish I had it now. Wouldn't have had to gone into town, but I'm glad we did. We found some stuff that we wanted and we needed. So, there's that. And I ate a great tuna salad melt for lunch. What always gets me is people say tuna fish, but they don't say chicken bird. They'll say chicken bird or beef cow. They might say beef cow, but I really don't hear that stuff. Oh, let's have some beef cow, or let's have some chicken bird salad, or turkey bird. Yeah, we always say turkey bird, but we don't say turkey bird when we're serving up at Thanksgiving. So, so yeah, things are getting ready to change at home, and semi-empty nesters. I don't know what's going on with the other kid. We call it the other kid, but he's our nephew. Well, it's her nephew. My nephew by marriage. So, literally don't know what's going on with him and his girlfriend are back and forth bicker. They broke up twice already, as far as what I've been told. They broke up for a second time. So we're dealing with that, and both these kids are entering their very young adult lives. Jonathan's already took his steps into a bigger world, and he's navigating through all that crap with work and, trying to make money. I just wish he would save more money, and, girls, cars, bills, all that stuff. Now, Ethan's taking his steps into a much larger world, his very first steps in a much larger world, but on a different scale because he's going to college. And thankfully with my Chapter 35 VA benefits, he's going to be able to use those, and, basically get paid to go to school for the next 2 years, which is a very good thing for him. That's good. That is very good. So it's been quite a good day. Now for tomorrow, we're going to be out of here. I wouldn't say early. We don't really need to set an alarm, but we do. We're going to be wheels up at some point, I would say before 8 o'clock. And we are going to pick Ethan up, and he has a job interview at a Planet Fitness right outside his campus. So he's going to try to work, go to school, and play baseball. And you know what? You're going to be, if you can juggle 3 things like that, man, and you can do a good job of it, you're good to go and you're going to be all right. That's a lot of commitment right there. I mean, school and baseball is going to take up the majority of your time, and if you're going to use your free time working, trying to make some extra money, and time's going to fly by for him. So I don't want time to fly by for us. Like, I want him to enjoy his 2 years and go from there. I don't think he's quite sure what he wants to do after those 2 years. Oh gosh, I completely forgot. I told you guys to get whatever your drink of choice is. I'm pretty sure you already have it. I mean, from the fireside chat last night that this is what we do. So I hope you're enjoying a beverage, or whether it's cold frosty beverage. I mean, maybe it's hot tea or something, or I don't know, maybe it's a soda. Whatever you're drinking, cheers to you. Anyways, time will fly by. And but hey, if you can juggle those three things and all that commitment, you're good to go. So, but he comes home Christmas time. I think I said that last night. And him and I are I'm gonna research in the logistics and the cost of catching Amtrak. I think it's in Manchester, which is Adam Sandlerville there, and ticket to Boston to New York. I can't remember what that train is called. Boston to New York. That is, I don't know. Anyways, there's the Cardinal, which goes from New York City to Chicago. Be able to hop on the Cardinal, basically get in Cincinnati in the middle of the night. So that'll be cool, unless it's delayed and whatever. But hopefully we don't run into any problems, and it's smooth sailing. Now he comes home for the year. I don't know.
December 11th-ish.
No, not for the year.
Oh, for the year, I don't know that.
Yeah, we know December 11th is the time he's going to come home. So when I get home, I'm going to research the logistics and all that with that Amtrak, and I think it'll be a cool experience. He's never done it, and I want to do it with him, so that'll be neat. Anyways, yeah, and he comes home for the year sometime near the summer or whatever, and then we'll probably drive up here and get him or whatever, and I don't know. There's a lot of things up in the air right now, and it's just so strange. But I don't know why you guys can see me losing a whole lot of light out here. The campground's emptied out a little bit, but we also got some new folks that came in today. But it is quiet. Crickets, tree frogs, whatever. I can hear a motorcycle way off in the distance, but I mean, it is quiet. And the low tonight, by the time I get up tomorrow morning, 47 degrees. So we're going to have to put a couple sweatshirts inside the rig and throw them on in the morning. But man, 47 degrees, that is great. After putting up with that heat and humidity in Southwest Ohio all summer long, to get relief like that, and it just feels amazing now. It's probably in the upper 60s right now, cool, and it's cooling off, so it feels great. Yeah, so what part of the country and our world are you from, and how does it feel there? Like, is it hot and humid, hot and dry? Do you have wildfires in any part of the U.S. and our Canada that has wildfires? I met a guy from Nova Scotia yesterday that said everything around Nova Scotia was just on fire, wilderness-wise. So he said it was nice to get some relief from the very smoky air. We've had a bit of smoke down here this summer, not as bad as last summer. But last summer we had at least a week or so where it was like thick smoke from Canadian wildfires. And this summer, we didn't have a whole lot of smoke where we were, so it was kind of nice. But it has rained a lot this summer. It has rained more than usual, and so that's that. It's just been a weird summer, but I'll take it. This is the first time when we started camping the other night at that truck stop. That was the first time I've camped since October or no, I'm sorry, November, when I went to Red River Gorge with my homie Andy and my nephew. So yeah, just real strange. But it's good beer. That is good stuff. Yep. So, in other news, that quite a good dinner. Had that old candlelight dinner with their citronella candle. I got a shower tonight. Now, if you're ever up here, Bear Brook State Park, just outside of Concord, New Hampshire, the showers are amazing. The water pressure will melt your face off. It is fantastic. Yeah. So, am I missing anything?
Nope.
No. I think I covered it all for tonight. And what we did today, and like I said, we're heading down to Massachusetts tomorrow. We were told everything is going to be fine weather-wise. They're going to have some rip currents and stuff going on and some waves, so hopefully that's not going to be a concern. They didn't act like it over the phone that, say, hey, don't show up, don't bother, blah, blah, blah. I guess if anything changes, we'll find out either way by a phone call or by when we get there, and, we'll make plans from there. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to camping in a new state, and I have not been up in New England since I was a teenager, and so to experience this as an adult here, like almost 30 years later, is a wonderful thing. And I'm very quickly falling in love with this place as much as I love the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And if you know me, I love the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. That is one of my favorite spots on earth. So yeah, and this is becoming one of them. So, in the next couple of years, I'm excited to actually be up here multiple times. I'm excited to come up here during the winter and see what it's going to be like. So, experience the New England winter for just a little bit. But hey, man. All right, folks, that's all I really got for tonight's fireside chat. And that thing is rolling. So I'm going to get up here and I'm going to cut the camera. Cool. Might take me a second to get up because so I'll bid you guys adieu for tonight, and I'll see you before I go to bed. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. Last night at camp here in New Hampshire, where we had southeast. Yeah. It's been a good day. A good night, but I'm ready to go to bed. So, see y'all in the morning, my friends. Good morning, y'all. That's what it looked like. Wish you could smell on your television or your computer or whatever you're watching on. This smells great. It's like pine. It's heavenly. Just heavenly. Super quiet. There's woodpeckers galore out here. Well, guess I better get moving. Stay tuned, I guess. little back. Okay. Fine. That should be fine. All right, everybody, it is time to call it on this one. I had a great time. We had a great time here in New Hampshire. Now, we're headed to Massachusetts this morning. We're going to be camping right there on the coast, just south of Boston, or southeast of Boston. Like I've said, we've called ahead and we checked on the weather conditions. We're probably going to have to call again to make sure they haven't changed. We want to check them about every 24 hours just to make sure. But I think we'll be all right. New Hampshire is a wonderful place, and I cannot wait to come back to this state park or other state parks in New Hampshire to get some camping on because it is beautiful up here. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this one out, y'all. So like, comment, subscribe, share if you haven't done so already. Hit that little alert button for me. You'll get all the notifications for when I post. And at that point, please watch another video because every video you watch really helps my channel. At that point, you can join the adventure crew, and I'll see you on the next one, folks. So until we meet again, have a great day.
There's nothing more romantic than a candlelight dinner.
Citronella candlelight dinner.
Gotta keep the bugs away.
I'm gonna put it in the middle. There you go. I think this is like qualifies as American chop suey.
Why do you say that?
Because it's just like a hodgepodge.
It's not really a hodgepodge.
Yeah. I mean, you know, in Portland, you ground beef. In the restaurant, like, they're not going to be like, hey, you want some ground beef with your cheese tortellini?
Well, maybe not, but it works for camping. So we'll let that know.
Uh-huh.